What's going on, prospectors? Dig Daddy out here in the shed bringing you a special episode of Backyard Prospecting. Now, today we're going to do something a little bit different. You've probably all heard the saying, whatever, all that glitters is not gold. Well, today we're going to hopefully prove that right. What we got is a little special something. We got us some diamond pay dirt. And you go about it a little bit differently how you go through it, but at the end result, hopefully, we're going to find us some diamonds. Now, our dirt comes from the Worthington Diamond Mine over in Arkansas. Sent us over 40 pounds. And what that is basically the biggest flat rate box, completely jam-packed full of material. I took that, created a little mine for ourselves over here, down in that bucket. So we're going to dig in, get us some material to work with, and we're going to do only a little bit at a time. We're going to go through it. We're going to take the camera, go through it with a really good eye, and see if we can find ourselves some diamond. So hang tight with me, and let's go on this journey. All right. So one of the things that it's a little bit different than how we normally run our pay dirt, usually through a sluice, onto a pan. We're not going to be using any of that today. And what we're going to use is just a classifier. Now this is the 150 mesh. Is it 150? I thought it was a 50 mesh. 50 squares per inch. And so that'll let the really fine dust crap fall out. And we're going to modify this so we can use it as a gem sifter. Now, the way to go about this, their website gives you a little tutorial of how to, but basically it's really simple. You take one of these finer mesh classifiers, not too fine, don't go like the 100 mesh or anything like that, but 40, 50 I think is probably good. And you want to make it so that this bottom ring doesn't bounce the material too much, I guess is the idea. Or maybe it bounces it more if you get rid of these little supports. I don't know exactly why, but maybe it's just that it changes the way the material moves. But the first thing they tell you is to cut that out. Now we've got a gem sieve. And we'll just put this in our tub, which will have a lot of water in it. Sift through our material and see what we got. Now, on the other end of where that's going to be going, whoa, shit. It's going to be this little wash basin here. This is going to be our river to work in, our little water source. And we'll just dip this in and out of there until all of our material is nice and settled out. So, now let's head over to the mine. So, strap in and let's go check it out. All right, we're here at the lamprite mine, or the diamond mine, lamprite material. We got our little bucket here and a shovel. So we're gonna get to work here, dig us out some material that we can run, and then we're gonna move over to the sifting area. And we're gonna find us some diamonds. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, now we're all set up out here. We got our wash basin, we got our gem sieve, and we got our dirt. So first things first, let's take our dirt and dump it in. And just like when we're looking for gold, we want to get it nice and wet. Break up the big chunks, because there are definitely going to be some big chunks in here. And we're not really caring about super fine stuff, because again, we're looking for diamonds. There is no expectation of any gold being in here. So, thinking I might need a bigger wash basin for this. Doesn't really give me a whole lot of room to work with.
It might not be a bad idea to pre-wash this stuff. Or let it soak or something. So much clay. Big giant chunks. Gotta break them up. A lot of these big pieces aren't actually big pieces, they're just mud. See that? Just breaks all up. I think what I might need to do is use a bigger mesh. A lot of this dust is just getting hung up here on this small mesh. All this stuff is still so muddy. So, all right. Well, the one thing, I watched a couple videos about this, and one thing I did learn is that you're supposed to take a safety briefing or do a safety meeting before really getting down into it. So maybe that's what I'm messing up here. So I'm gonna go set myself up a larger mesh screen to work with. Let this sit for a little bit to kind of break up the mud. And then we'll be back and we'll go back at it again. All right, so we're back from our safety briefing, and I'm hoping that we figured some things out. So I moved the dirt back into the bowl with some water in it to hopefully loosen up some of that stuff. What I've already got here in the bowl, I moved into one of my smaller classifiers. The reason I went with this is they're already no support on the bottom, so I'm hoping I can use this in the same manner without having to ruin another sieve or classifier. Trying to get these big chunks of nothing out of here, all while breaking up the chunks of stuff that might have diamond in it, or at least the stuff that breaks up super easy. So here we are on the hunt. Alright, so this looks absolutely nothing like anything you see on YouTube, where my centers should be. It all just looks the same as everything else. Mud. clearly my issue is my material is far too dirty to do anything with it. Maybe it's also my technique since I don't have one. But I just have a hard time seeing anything other than all the same muddy material. It all looks the same to me. Now, there's no guarantee there's any diamonds in here, but I'm just not feeling like I'm gonna see any, even if there were. So but this is a learning curve, a learning experience. I've never done this before, and I have zero idea of what I'm doing other than a couple videos I've kind of watched on the YouTube. I think I'm gonna have to go back and watch a few more videos. Maybe focus a little less on the safety briefing and focus a little bit more on the technique and the prep, because I think the prep is where we're missing it here, because this is I can't do anything with this material like this. I can't see anything. It's just all clay. I'm not sure where the mud begins and the material itself ends. It just all seems to be various levels of hard mud. So I think I'm gonna leave this here in the water, and I'm gonna wet up a bunch more, let it soak, and then maybe that'll help go through it later when things want to separate out a little bit more readily. So we'll have to come back to it, continue this journey later, but this has been your first episode of Double D, Digging Diamonds with Dig Daddy. Unfortunately, we haven't hit pay dirt yet, but the dream is still alive. So yeah, there you go. So tune in next time. Double D, Digging Diamonds with Dig Daddy. Hopefully we'll find us some diamonds at some point here. If not, well, oh well, it's been a thing. But hopefully we'll have something to show for it at the end. Either which way, thank you all for tuning in today, and I hope you had a good, enjoyable time and learned something with me. If not, that's fine, because I don't know if I learned anything either. But hopefully by the next time we see this, I'll have a better idea of what I'm doing, and hopefully we'll find us some diamonds in here. Either way, this is Dig Daddy signing out from the backyard. My knees are killing me, so I'm going to get my ass up off the ground. And see you guys next time. Peace. Alright, since this episode was a little bit of a bust, I'm going to bring you guys in here. I threw a bunch of water in here so you can see stuff is chocolate milk. So you know this is natural dirt. Obviously, if you look at the guy's videos, he throws it straight in the box right from the pile. So there's no cleaning going on. And I think that's where we're finding our problem. These big giant chunks of lamperite, it's hard to determine what's clay, strong clay, and actual rock. And I don't think we're going to be able to do that quickly or easily. So I decided I'm going to wet everything up ahead of time here. Give it time to kind of soak into all the dirt particles that are clay right now. Maybe make them a lot easier to break up when we go to sieve them later. So I guess this first episode that was going to be running dirt actually became more about preparation. You got to prepare your material correctly. Get it all wet, break it up, make sure it's going to be able to be ran the way it's supposed to, so you're not missing anything. Because look at this. You know, at first I thought this was just a big ass rock. Turns out this is a clay. It's all a big chunk of clay. So if I had just thrown that over to the side, and there's a 2-carat yellow diamond in the middle of this, I'm gonna miss it. So, you know, you can see there's a bunch of different little minerals and stuff content as you're going through it, because you can see the little splotches of different color. So, like I say, I'm gonna let this all soak, and maybe we'll continue this journey next week or later this week. How is it? It's Wednesday right now, so later this week is only a couple days. But we'll check on this stuff, and if it's all softening up enough that I can actually feel confident in doing something with it, maybe we'll try to knock out a episode 2 sometime this week. But otherwise, I expect to just let this sit, soak up maybe for about a week, so that it just falls off the bone, as it were. These big pieces are getting soaked up pretty quick and falling apart pretty well. See that big giant piece? This is the only actual solid rock. And even that's questionable, because you can kind of see the difference in there. But of all of that, only that little piece was an actually rock. So, like I say, it's really important to clean stuff up really well. Get it broken up so you're not missing nothing, especially with this kind of stuff where you're looking for diamonds, not for gold. Alright, well, this is going to take a while doing this, so I'm not going to make you guys watch it all. But tune in next time. And digging diamonds with Dig Daddy. Hopefully we'll have something shiny to show. We'll see. See you guys.